Going on, everyone? And it looks like Vitalik wants to go to jail or something. What is going on here? So here we have Mr. Vitalik Buterin or that Ethereum guy. So he proposes stealth addresses to enhance privacy protections. This is kind of funny because if you're unfamiliar, Ethereum was proof of work and then it moved to proof of stake, POS. Ever since then, they've been facing a lot of censorship allegations where all the nodes are pretty much ran on AWS as well as other entities that the governments can easily say, hey, I don't like what's going on there, shut them down. And obviously the providers will have to obey and do so. So they're facing a lot of censorship here. They're also got a lot of centralization. The deepest pockets win. So what's happening here? He wants to propose privacy in this case. We have privacy coins out there. We have XMR. We have Dero. They're also proof of work and on of CPU mining. So that's pretty sweet there on that side. But what is going on here? If you guys remember, look back at Tornado Cash. Tornado Cash was on the Ethereum network. That was inputting a transaction and then it would come out at some totally different address, mix things around. And those guys didn't last very long. They went straight to jail pretty much. So what's happening? So in a new blog, Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin outlines a stealth address system that can help overcome the blockchain's lack of privacy protections. Okay then, buddy. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin released a new blog post over the weekend proposing a stealth address system for enhanced privacy protections for blockchain users. In his writing, Buterin noted that assuring privacy remains a big challenge for the ecosystem and that improving this state of affairs is an important problem. Stealth addresses are generated by wallets and muddle public key addresses in order to transact in a private way. To access these private transactions, one must use a special key called the spending key. Privacy has been a big concern for the Ethereum ecosystem, given that the transactions on the blockchain is public. There are already some privacy mechanisms. One notable example, Tornado Cash. Oh, so they are referencing Tornado Cash here. Has limits, Buterin noted. So he's saying Tornado Cash was good, but it had its limits. We got to make a better version. And by better version, we know what happened to Tornado Cash. It didn't last long. It got censored pretty much right out of the get-go. And now those founders are in jail. Hence, Buterin is pretty much coming out here saying, now we're going to do this, but better. Ethereum is going down. Buterin's going to end up in jail because obviously, not only are they talking about it now, got to keep in mind, this is the Ethereum track record. So if they're talking about it right now in 2023, we might see this around 2040 or so. It's going to take some time. By that time, the governments will be all over this. They'll figure out a way to shut it down, figure out a way to bypass it or whatever. You start dealing with a way for the powers at be to not see what's going on. They're going to stop you. And we're going to see, unless he's right in there with them, that's a very good liability. Maybe there's some other things we don't know about. Conspiracy theorists, let me hear your answers. Anyway, continuing on here. So Tornado Cash has limits, Buterin noted, saying it can only hide mainstream fungible assets such as ETH, Ether, or major ERC20. So he wants to get it done across the board. Stealth addresses would also provide a mechanism to also add privacy protections to non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and Ethereum name service, ENS domain names. Tony Warschlatter, that guy right there, an Ethereum researcher who's also reviewed Buterin's blog post, told CoinDesk stealth addresses have great potential to be used in every transaction in which the interaction between two parties should not be revealed to the public. So pretty much everything Vitalik wants to do. He doesn't want anybody to know about it. So that's kind of why he's mentioning this, I think. The war guy there emphasized that the need for the stealth address system for the explanation of everyday crypto use in particular, think of donations or simple payroll checks, highlighting that users may not want others to see personal transactions on a public blockchain. So yeah, obviously a lot of the privacy thing here. But guess what? We already have Monero. We already have Dero. Use it. For example, when I buy a coffee at the supermarket, I might not want the supermarket to know my employer, how much I earn, and what I spend on. Stealth addresses are yet another quite straightforward tool to increase the overall privacy of the network. So they're using a lot of nice use cases. Now, remember, everyone against crypto, they say crypto is used for other purposes that we don't really want to mention, but you know what I'm getting to. But regardless, Ethereum wants to move more to the privacy side of things. And because they are POS, because they are highly centralized, and because they're getting censored due to the fact they are POS. Remember, the Securities Commission, I think it was last year sometime, they pretty much said anything moving to POS is going to become a security and end up regulated. So we're going to see what happens when the future moves out. But if he really wanted to do this, I think he should probably go back to proof of work. Just saying. All right, guys, so just a quick one there. What do you guys think about good old Vitalik trying to go to jail, or essentially end up in jail? Because if anything like Tornado Cash happens, and if he makes a better version, he's literally going to jail, on top of mentioning something that we're not even going to see for at least 20 years out there. So thank you for checking out this video, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.